what's up? We are 4100 Grant, the podcast brought to you by and sponsored by.
Here's a Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I want to tell you what, I'm drinking on the tipsy tea, what? Lit lemonade, what? I called Bert, I said, Bert, he said, what's up? I said, you're dealing with the drunken son of a bitch in the DMV. I'm drinking tipsy tea, what? Then I go down, what? I get myself a beer.
What?
Some vodka.
What?
Hennessy.
What?
Tequila.
What?
And I chased that shit with tipsy tea, motherfucker.
Oh, show drink.
Yeah, shout out to Stone Cold. Stone Cold at WrestleMania this week, next weekend.
Versus Kevin Owens.
Yeah, buddy, he's back. Take us a little bit nostalgic because you know we grew up on Stone Cold.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
Smashing bids, man.
So I'm here with Dre, Bird, Vic, Ace. Of course, I'm Trey. We're getting ready to talk about. But how much money do you make?
Put this shit in perspective.
We ain't pocket watching, but
we would never. I do not believe.
But this is from a study.
But from a study, I'm gonna read it for y'all. But the question is how much money do you make? And you might be surprised at what you hear. A new study from Oxfam America, an anti-poverty advocacy group, highlights the realities that millions of people across the country earn less than, wait for it, you gotta put a drum roll in, mouth. $15 an hour. Oh my God! Wow! Or about $31,000 a year if they work full time. The study also found that people who are disproportionately impacted by the low wages are people of color, surprising.
You don't say.
Women, surprising.
You don't say.
And single parents,
You don't
surprising.
say.
Currently, the federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour.
It's fucking stupid.
Peanuts.
Released on Tuesday, the study shows that 1/3 of the workers, or nearly 52 million people, earn an annual income of less than $31,200. This works out to be less than $15 an hour. And as they said before, it's disproportionate. So I'm going to throw this to Dre because this is right up Dre's alley as far as how America treats its people of color,
Right.
women,
Right.
and single parents.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dre.
So, I mean, it's just like this. If you pulled, you part of the ignored. It's funny because it's 2022, dog, and you got all these social media, everybody want notoriety. And if you look on social media, dog, it look like everybody winning. So my question is, if everybody winning, then who losing? So
Right.
Good question.
this article just answered my question, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of motherfuckers losing, and just put that shit in perspective for you in America, dog. But through all this shit that done happened, the poor still are suffering, dog. And
I got something to say to that, Dre. I hate to interject, but because we having a conversation piece with this, I saw a meme the other day that speaks to what you just said, but it's the reverse of it.
What's that?
I'm on the opposite side and play devil's advocate. It's not that we rich. It's that we do what we can with what we have to the best of our ability, and we make it look like we rich. So, to that I say, you like Jordans, you like Nike, like Gucci, you like Versace. But I know you ain't got $100,000 in the bank.
Right.
Right.
But you look like $100,000 right now
Hey, you look like $1 million bucks.
because you're just enjoying life, and that's the way the majority of us like to live, to enjoy life.
Yeah, I'll read a little bit more. 47% of black workers and 46% of Hispanic workers made less than $15 an hour compared to 25% of white workers.
They do the hard job. They do the jobs nobody want to do, dog.
Yeah.
They doing the shit that we was forced to do. They doing the shit that they getting paid for it, and there's nobody want to do it now, bro. And they make sure that should be
That just lets you know
Spick and
how
fucking
rough they
spans,
had it
like
back
that.
at home, bro. That just lets you know how rough they really had that shit back at home. That they willing to take this little bit ass bread and grind for it.
and come over here.
Because they doing the same job just for more money here.
Right. So they like, shit, this shit a blessing to me.
Would I rather do it for
You know what I'm
pennies
saying?
there or for
Right.
a couple dollars
Yeah,
here?
Exactly. Shit crazy.
I think that a lot of that number, because what's the unemployment rate right now? That's the one thing I don't know.
It's high as fuck.
I think that's very high, and I think that makes the number low for that. But what we were talking about off camera earlier and everything, a lot of people aren't in career fields that are lucrative.
Right.
A lot of people are in stagnant career fields where
3.8.
they don't 3.8, okay. So they don't have a lot of growth in their career field. So once you hit a said ceiling, you stuck. You can't do nothing. What you going to do?
Right.
You're going to switch careers. You're going to change your career path. You're going to get a second job, a third job. You know, what you going to do?
How about 47% of us though?
Yeah, that's half.
47%, bro.
So there's about 40 million black people in America.
Yes.
And it was a study that I read
45.
in
So
December.
20 million only make about 30,000.
Where it's only,
Wow.
of the people that make over six figures, it's only like 1.9% of black. So that all the people talking about, I make six figures.
Do you
What do you think that is? Because here's the thing: a younger Trey would say, "Oh, it's because y'all niggas spending y'all money on Gucci." And
Right.
An older Trey who has a better understanding of money goes, "It ain't got shit to do with the Gucci and the Jordans. It has shit to do with it because broke white people buy it too. So it has nothing to do with that." What do you guys think is our issue as a culture as to why, for whatever reason, we can't close this fucking wealth gap?
No drive. The drive isn't there. So
You saying
for us as a people, as a whole,
To want more, you talking about
Want
complacent?
Oh, you saying we're lazy?
not lazy, but content.
Right,
We're
complacent,
content.
yeah.
We're complacent and we're content with the fact
Hands
that
are getting met,
all
so
right,
we're good.
what they say, it goes back to our parents and our grandparents. Oh, you got your good government job. Stay on that job. Work that job for the next 30,
complacent.
40 years. So you're supposed to work from 20, 21 until you're 62
yeah.
for 41
and
years.
die at 70.
And die at 70. For making that, let's just say this is in 1970, my grandfather was making $13,000 as a postal worker. My grandmother made $5,000 as a school teacher. That is a total of how many dollars? $18,000 in 1970.
It's a little over 1,000 a month.
Like, come on, you gotta want more. We can't still have that mindset of then
Right.
inflation.
So how do we get more?
We have to educate ourselves. We don't want to educate ourselves.
And that's where I was going.
We don't want to do
I
that.
think a lot of the wealth gap is because they don't know.
Right.
Just don't know. We talked about this before on the show. Is that what white rich society has done a masterful job at is hid wealth opportunities. They've hidden them. You don't know. I can have a conversation about how to use dividends, how to make money. People look at me like I'm crazy. What you mean? Coca-Cola gonna pay me?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So some of the stuff is just hidden. The other thing is I think that our culture, and one of the things that irritates me the most is we have tried to force certain things upon our children. Your child don't want to play in the NBA.
Right.
Your child don't want to play in the NFL. Your child doesn't want to be a rapper. Your child may want to be a scientist.
And
botanist.
Barack said it best. Everybody can't be a Lil Wayne or LeBron.
No, you can't.
Your child might not want to.
Look, Lil Wayne is a once-in-a-lifetime generational talent.
LeBron, once in a lifetime.
Once-in-a-lifetime
Barack
generation.
said that shit.
And to speak to that stuff too, your child might not want to be an entrepreneur.
No.
The parents that push that on, that are entrepreneurs, that push that on their children.
Right.
Your child just may want to be an electrical engineer.
Right.
They
And that's
may
perfectly
want, They
fine.
may want to be into coding. They may just want to be into whatever.
Right.
To me, it does not matter how you make your money. I don't care how you make your money. You could be a sex worker. I could care less. What matters to me is what you do with the money.
Right.
Seriously, it's what you do with the
Yeah.
money, right? If you're making money and you're not paying yourself first, I always tell my son about that all the time. Every time you make any money, how much did you give yourself? And he always looks at me crazy. What do you mean? He wants to go spend it. No, you got to pay yourself first. You have to put money aside for yourself always. Always. You are number one. Always.
You put in the work to make it. So pay
Absolutely.
yourself.
You always pay yourself first.
So
right?
look though, we parents and stuff now, and we very easily
Don't say now. He got
Been there.
16-year-old.
Right. Right behind.
Nah, for real.
It ain't now.
Right.
He almost two decades. He almost 2 decades in the game.
Right behind us,
Right, you right behind, and I'm right behind you.
And I'm saying from the perspective that
You got a 20-year-old,
Yeah. So listen.
don't he?
So honestly, we can easily see like the same type of influences from when we were kids are still around, and you see how it actually affected us, particularly our generation, and then that shit gets passed down to the kids.
Yeah, slavery was a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even talk about the slavery because I mean, a lot of this shit is rooted from that. But like, put in our perspective of a millennial perspective, and dog, remember we was raised up in the era of the rise of Michael Jordan, Apple, Microsoft, the commercial, the commercial,
the murder rate of all
capitalism,
capitalism. You know what I'm saying?
Was running rampant in the 90s.
We products of it. Like we're walking advertisements, dog.
Yeah.
As we speak. Everybody got a brand on it right now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the American way, dog. But we gotta find a way to be on code and throw rocks at the education system. Because I feel like
the financial education system,
especially, I mean, overall education
too, though, Trey. Because
overall education.
Think of it like this. If we had exactly what Amani and what AJ getting right now as far as STEM, if we had that from grassroots, from pre-K on, right, we wouldn't be sitting at this table. The shit that people that we got that gave us good game, like Lou, who gave us good game on this stuff.
He definitely tried to put us on the.
We would be exponentially further than where we are right now, That's what I'm saying by it.
Right.
Like,
they just starting to put this shit around,
right.
dog.
It's just now becoming public information. Like, hey, this is out here for you.
Right.
It's here.
Right.
It wasn't hidden for us. It just was we didn't have the opportunity to get to it.
But it's a good thing that it is out now.
Yes,
though, and
I
it's
love
still
it.
not being hidden and held back.
It's not. It's just
You know what I'm
that niggas rather do this
Right.
and scroll and look at Rihanna,
Right.
A$AP Rocky,
Yeah.
Mariah Carey
I like to look
birthday.
at Rihanna too, though.
General,
Niggas like doing that.
Yeah,
We
it's-
all do.
right.
But you get stuck in that. And what we say,
stuck.
you had to take a detox because you on that
did.
motherfucker 4 hours just
I
scrolling.
did.
You like,
I did.
damn, I'm supposed to do what?
General education
the
just trains you to be a slave, bro, just to work for somebody, dog.
I literally downloaded Instagram this morning, and I had the last time I was actually on there, had posted something was back in January when me and my family went to Broadway in New York. So it was like 2 months, and I felt great. Like
Sure.
I didn't miss. I thought I was gonna miss it. I didn't miss it.
Like we said earlier, last summer, the FOMO.
Yeah.
They're missing out.
Instagram gonna be just
Instagram
like
ain't
Black
going nowhere,
Planet
bro.
and MySpace and all that
We
shit,
ain't
dog.
missing out on nothing.
You ain't missing shit,
Listen.
and everybody doing the same shit. Bro.
Let me read this one thing to you. It says the studies and research are clear. Higher wages help families thrive, and it saves lives. Raising the minimum wage would help bring that 1/3 of workers, largely single parents, largely Black and Latino workers, into the financial world where they can live more stably and sustainably.
See, the thing to save lives part I believe in is for the fact of if you don't have the money to buy the proper food you need to eat, that's going to affect you. If you don't have the money to have the outlook of a positive outlook, you're stressed about the money to get towards a positive outlook.
Right.
It breeds depression. So you're breeding a bunch of things, and kids seeing that from a parent is breeding the same exact thing. Because they're like, well, I got to get to the money some kind of way, and you turn to the streets.
Yep.
I was going to say
Do something stupid.
Poverty brings about violence as well. That's been studied numerous times,
And Ace-
and it's obvious.
And Ace, you said something important too about something to eat, because now on top of everything is people barely getting to eat. They're getting fed the wrong things too.
I mean, it's simple.
I watched a video with Polo G. He was buying some shoes, and the guy asked him, "How did you get into the game?" And he's like, "What made you get in the game?" He said, "Shit, I was hungry."
Right.
That's what he said. He said, "I was hungry."
Right.
I was tired of my stomach hurting. Is what he said.
Right.
And so
But then you got this other side where niggas are comfortable, like
Right.
Content.
Contention.
Like, you got the youth, like I see it just by being in the studio. You got these niggas, parents are good, they good, but they feel like they gotta get more money. But it's like, nigga, you fucking 19, like.
So they got the Tariq from Off of Power Syndrome.
Listen.
He was good, but he wanted to get in. He wanted to get into the game.
But you know what though? I love it. I love that mentality because you're never satisfied.
But it drives a different
They going to
different way.
Different way.
Yeah.
Right. They say your parents good, but you out,
It's like
you
y'all
out here
would have had to
banging.
bury
I see what
me
you're
at
saying. I see
18,
what
you know what
you're
I'm saying,
saying.
for some shit that I was
Like
doing.
Tariq Off of Power.
Because
You know what I'm
your
He
parents
had to go to
have
drugs.
done the work.
Yeah, they've done the
They've
work
done the work.
already. But then you want to go to the wrong route and get more the wrong way.
you out.
Well, I mean that's because that life is glamorized.
Glamorized,
It's
right.
glamorized.
So-
I'm put it
I
to
was-
you as simple as this. My grandmother, my mother, my Aunt Shirley, they made sure a nigga had, a pair of Jordans, a nice pair of Barclays, you know what I'm saying? The Tommy, the Eddie Bauer. but I wanted more. But wait, there's more.
It's just
You
funny.
want more, you're going to go get it, young. It's just the way of life.
It's just-
and it's going to be a fucked up way to get it 9 times out of 10 for people of color.
Yeah, you're right.
What say you, Vic? We haven't heard from you, Vic.
Cause nah.
He is fried.
Buddha birds.
Nah,
Buddha
real
bait.
talk. My mind has been going because this is something that I've been talking about for a while. I'm personally kind of going through that shit where you make enough to have a certain type of life, but then it ends up being it still costs me more to do it. It costs more to be poor.
Yes, it does.
Oh, of course.
Being
Real
poor
talk.
is expensive.
Like that shit is ridiculous, dog. To not have a car, now I gotta get on the bus.
Yep.
But it costs me more in time because I gotta get up an extra hour earlier just to make sure I get on the bus and make sure I get to work on time.
And you'll get home an hour later.
Yeah.
Exactly. So here I am, a 8-hour day that I put in, just magically now turns into 10.
Yep.
Yep.
And then what am I supposed to do with the other shit that I have to do throughout my
Eat and
out of
take
my
your
life?
black ass
You
to
still
sleep.
gotta go to sleep.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
And then it's fucked that don't have a kid.
Exactly.
Really shit out of luck.
Oh,
yeah.
We're not gonna talk about how much that shit costs. So it's more than just what people make. It's how much that shit costs.
Yeah.
That's what I
Dog,
tell you.
it's ridiculous.
It's your
bruh.
food. It's your time.
Yeah.
It's the distress and depression of everything you got to take care of in that time that you got to do it with the said money that you have that is limited. That causes anxiety. And the thing that we don't address as black people and as a community is that all of us suffer from severe anxiety and PTSD.
Yeah.
And
From
we
something.
don't
It was-
fucking take it on. We don't want to
Most of it
accept
should
it.
be passed down.
It's like, come on, like we deal it with from the police, from dealing with it with the guy walking down the street with a hoodie on, with everything. For the fact that you don't want to eat
Black and
certain stuff because it's perceived to be white people food.
Come on, yeah. It's called
You know
black,
what I'm saying?
Black in America syndrome.
We didn't grow.
dog.
Who ate asparagus as a child growing up?
I didn't.
I
See,
did.
nobody in this room.
I never had
I
it
don't
until
like
I became an
asparagus.
adult.
I don't even.
I didn't
Brussels sprouts was very scarce in our community.
I will fuck
But
They
they-
were the frozen.
but
I
it's
was,
healthy.
I was fed
But it's
those.
healthy for you.
Yeah, I was fed those, but asparagus, I ain't had that till I was an adult, dog. Put that in
Avocado.
perspective. Yep.
No,
Adult.
I didn't.
Once
I was an
again.
adult.
Right.
I was an adult.
Definitely was an adult.
I had to see them making guacamole before I
Right.
decided.
Like they created a food desert in the part of town that we lived in.
Yeah.
If you remember, there used to be a giant where United Health used to be.
Yes, it was.
Man,
So we had 2 grocery stores on our side of town
Yeah,
right then
yeah,
and
but-
there.
Within a block from each other.
talk about that.
Then they
Ace.
made it 1 until they put the Safeway and the giant on Southeast side.
Yeah, and think about this: how many grocery stores is on the south side right now?
2.
Just 2. You know how big Southeast is.
Hey, Mayor.
The
Hey,
biggest
Mayor
quadrant.
Bowser.
It's
Come
the
on.
biggest quadrant in the city.
Hey, Mayor Bowser.
And then this other thing they call it death by zip code, bruh. So you will find, based on your zip code, that's
How
where
many
you're
black
gonna find
people
the
live over
poorest
there?
foods. Yep,
Oh, that's the majority of the city.
dominated. So
There you go.
I hate to put on
That's
my
46% of the
goofy and turn my
city.
laser eyes on.
No,
but
you ought to.
Yeah, okay.
You ought to.
Oh, and then they built.
We got time.
Then they built a grocery store.
I had to point it
Yeah,
out
point
there.
it. I told you, you got to look into the
Gotta look
camera.
at the camera,
Look
right.
into the camera.
My laser eye.
This is a piece of information for y'all. They built the grocery store on Bennett Road next to the liquor store in the Chateau, right? This was a grocery store that's supposed to help the community, this, that, and the third, moving forward. You think the grocery store has been open or anybody moved into it, and it's been built and completed for over a year now. And it's nothing to do with the pandemic.
Yeah, but they got them goddamn trolleys up, though.
Trolleys up and running, and they back charging people since October 1st
Unnecessary.
to
Nobody-
ride.
Really? I didn't know that.
Well, the circulator, not the trolley. I don't know about the trolley
but
just
the
yet, but the
circulator.
circulator back charging people $1 to ride it.
You know what I'm saying? And it's
Metro raising their fares as well.
It's gonna
to
get
ride
political,
Metro.
but it's fucking with. I mean, we don't fuck with no.
And then they shut
no-
down the stations for the summer as well, from New Curtin to Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's shut down because they doing station repairs.
And fuck all of that. Ain't nobody said shit about gas yet.
Yeah.
Just how much that shit costs, and then they
I
want
was
you to
just about
still
to say,
travel
that's
to
for
work
them to
every
make
day.
their money.
Bruh, so
And ain't
pretty
nobody increasing shit. So here we are again. We've doubled the
Digging,
price of something
yeah.
that we have to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like everybody say, well, what you gonna do? You just not
I
gonna
don't have a
buy
choice.
gas?
Hey, yeah.
I don't have a fucking choice.
Yeah.
Now, from
We gotta
the
get-
only hybrid car driver at this table, I'm gonna say this: trade them fucking gas guzzlers in for an electric vehicle, my
I
brother.
got ego boost.
Ace, nah,
Trust me,
Ace.
and it worked. You love it too when you put that shit on.
and it's
That should
fucked up.
save you gas.
It's-
That bitch been on for weeks.
and you want to talk about it? You want to talk about people who already can't afford shit. You want them to go and get an electric vehicle?
Turn it in. You can turn it in and get an electric vehicle. Vic.
I get where Vic is coming from.
I get what he's saying, but I got something for it though. I got something for it though.
I got an expense.
It's not an expense because it's actually a tax break when you buy an electric vehicle. So that saved you $5,000.
Yeah, but that's on the back end.
Once
on
a
the
year.
back end, yeah.
And then I may or may not be smart enough to know that because my tax person might not fucking know.
It had nothing to do with the tax person. Is when you're buying the car, you don't get taxed for it. That's what I'm telling you. You're saving $5,000. So if you bought a gas car opposed to an electric vehicle, you're saving $5,000. Is what I'm telling you.
Okay.
So do you want to save money there?
Nope.
Hey,
I'm
Or you want to put it back in the tank?
It's all good.
I think because we almost out of time, but one of the things I want for our viewers to understand is that it's very important that you have financial health. So you need to have physical health as well, right? Health is wealth. But your financial health is important. And I think that in our community, the sort of the keeping up with the Joneses, it hasn't necessarily hurt us. But think about the next time you do make a purchase. Do you necessarily need it? If you don't need it, could you take that $200 that you may spend on some shoes and could you make that $200 into $500? And if you can take that $200 and turn it into $500, that's the thought process you need to be having. Because if that's the case, then the gas prices won't affect you. I know where I live in Columbia, they not tripping over the gas at all. It don't bother them. Gas station, there'd be a line at them. It doesn't bother them. And I was like, that shit was like four something. I was looking at it like, holy shit.
And it's the same deal. You don't have a choice, so it's still gonna be a line.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you want to get to a point where some things don't matter. And if you have to scale back a little bit, I get it as a culture. As a culture, we like to look nice. I get it, but you might have to scale back a little bit.
Bro,
I don't see it as a scale back thing though, bro, at all. I don't see it as that.
Yeah, the motherfucker who's wearing the fucking the cheapest shit from Target, or not even say Target. If you're a thrift store shopper and that's all you wear because that's all you can fucking afford, how do you tell them that, man, you gotta save more. You gotta be smarter about your money. When I don't have an opportunity to make more money.
Yeah, well, so I guess that's where I disagree.
Shout out
How
to
do
the
you not
IRS.
have an opportunity
There's
to make
always
more
an
money?
opportunity to
There's
make more
always.
money.
That's what the one thing I don't believe in.
So what I would challenge you to, what I would challenge that person is to find something that you enjoy that you can monetize.
And you want to know what? How you just said that? We go out and we Uber eat in the evenings. Keep it 100 with you. We Uber eat Monday through Thursday, and I fucking regular Uber on Fridays and Sundays. Making more bread. Yeah, gas is high, but guess what? One day of gas fills me up, and fucking I use that the whole week. So everything else is cash in the bank.
When Amani wants to go buy a new game, I make a Instacart.
There you go. So, and you want to know what's funny? I see. Don't you know the little?
He want to go buy a game? Like, all right, come on, we gonna go Instacart.
I mean, I guess
you gonna earn the money.
I'm saying that it's
because it's ways to
more
get
than that,
money,
though,
bro.
because families who don't have, I don't have a car.
Or think about the
I don't have a
motherfuckers
car
who's
to-
not even
I can't
really
Instacart.
informed, dog.
I mean, yeah, I couldn't Instacart. I couldn't Uber Eat. I couldn't do that menial thing. But at the same time, I'm catching a bus.
But guess what, though?
10 hours out of my day are gone, and I don't have the knowledge to make extra money in the last 12 hours that I got in my day. And 8 of them I'm supposed to technically
If you got a cell phone, an iPod, or a laptop, you got the knowledge to make money.
I understand.
But
Yes,
listen,
I have the tool, but I don't know how to
Hey,
use it.
Vic, I know what
That's
you're
what I'm
saying,
saying. And
that's
y'all brought up knowledge.
That's the education.
Y'all brought it up, but I'm hip. But if everybody around me doesn't know, how am I supposed to know?
But
I'm about to say,
You get from around those people.
So
You know what I'm saying?
hey,
y'all ended up kind of answering the question by, well, I teach my son this. My son does that. The generation before you set you up for the mindset of it, but now you're able to do it.
Not really.
They gave them the shit that they went through, gave them the mindset that they have now to make sure that their kids won't go through what they experienced.
Right.
So then that's one generation, and then the next one is y'all trying to work that shit out. Now they'll get it.
It's a smaller percent though.
So what if you end up having a mindset, but everything else is against you, as in the knowledge, the people that I'm around. I just don't know.
Vic,
So
I
that's
know
why
what you're
I'm like,
saying, bro.
you can't really fault them for not knowing something. That's what I'm saying. Information's out there,
Look,
but yeah, I got a tool. I just don't know how to use it.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, Vic. In that particular case, and let's say in your case, right? Could you reach out to people?
I could.
Okay.
I 100% I could.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say that the amount of people who have nobody to reach out to is probably not as large as the people who actually can reach out to somebody.
Man, not even
Right?
to reach out to
Because a
people.
lot of the times it's a pride thing. Right? I don't want to tell anybody like I ain't got it right.
Nah, dog. Hey,
Right? I can't afford it. I'm job not coming through.
It's a lot more.
But for
It's
us,
a lot more people.
hang on. For us in this circle, we're transparent, right? If you ain't got it, you ain't got it, and we understand that. We've all picked each other up at some point in time, right?
Facts.
But where I get frustrated is the idea of, well, damn, I ain't got this, I ain't got that, I ain't got this, and that's it. I just ain't got it. No, that's not true. You can go get it. You just have to. I don't know what it is that you enjoy the most. I know it has something to do with cars. I know that for a fact, right? You got to find a way to whatever it is that you enjoy with cars, find a way to monetize it. I see people out here making videos of them just going shopping.
And that's what I was going to say to
they
the
just
fact
go
of
shopping. I'm like, they didn't do nothing.
if you don't know how to do something, get the fuck on YouTube. YouTube show you how to do
YouTube
everything.
University.
And next thing you know, that motherfucker's got 2 million subscribers,
But,
and now he ain't got to do nothing else.
Hey, but there's my point there, though, dog. Think about we talking in terms of the 4,100 grand click right now. But think about outside of this, where it's a lot more people that are uninformed than we think. It's
But
a
this,
lot of people.
but this is the thing.
But you missing my point. My
Right.
point is that those people may be uninformed, but not in their circle. Somebody in their circle knows something.
Bruh, I'm
and this
not
idea that nobody in the circle knows nothing, that's crazy. So you just got 6 niggas sitting around and all y'all niggas uninformed.
I'm not even accepting
Come
the
on,
uninformed.
man.
I'm
know-
not
Come
even-
on, man.
They know
Trey.
Somebody,
They know-
somebody
hold on,
knows
Hold
something.
on. We not even
if
accepting
your
the
friend,
uninformed.
and if your friend, if you are around the type of people that don't want to impart that kind of wisdom on you, get the fuck from around.
Right, we're not even accepting that in the 2022 of being uninformed. Come on, man. We got 40 million
is
social
available to
medias out here.
everybody.
This
It's
shit
true.
is everywhere.
But it's true.
If
But
if you making your bubble be goddamn Cardi B, Moneybag Yo girlfriend, and all this other dumb
That's the-
shit,
and that's
to where as though that's the
entertainment
only thing
instead of
that's feeding
information,
you that you don't know anything
It's
else in life,
infotainment.
and
But
that's
hang on,
you.
hang on. But you can get paid off for entertainment.
Infotainment. I mean,
Info,
like, you know what I'm
whatever.
saying?
You can get paid off of it.
Yeah.
There are people who are making hella. Logan Paul, what is he good at? It ain't fighting.
I don't know what he.
Nah, you trying nice to fight.
Nah, hell no. You must have hit a good one this morning, but
Nah.
You smoking dope. Okay.
I put the bag on Trey right now. I put
I
my
will knock
whole
that nigga
savings
out.
on that. He'll knock that nigga
You
out.
give me 6 months to train, I'll knock that
Fuck
nigga out.
that. He'll
I
knock
promise
Jake
you.
Paul.
If he charged me like he charged Tyron Woodley, I'd knock him the fuck out.
I'm too big for him.
And I'm saying that if this goes viral, it can go viral. I will not give me 6 months to try to get in the
boxing
gym,
shape.
get in boxing shape. Give me 6 months.
He'll beat the shit out of him.
And all I'm doing
I'll
is
put the
focus
bag
boxing.
on that.
I
Knock
will
his bitch
fucking
ass out the
destroy
box.
that motherfucker.
I got 100K on
and
that.
I mean that.
Knock him out the box straight. Knock
And
him out the box.
he can give me his 20 million followers.
Right.
At that point, you know what I mean? Listen, I completely agree with what Vic is
He
saying.
wanted it.
I
If
get
you
where he
don't-
coming
if you
from. I
don't
get where
know,
he
you
coming
don't
from.
know, right?
Yeah.
But I just feel like a lot of the time, because I was in that rut at one point, and I think one of the things that I didn't do was reach out to people who knew. You know what I mean? I didn't reach out and say, "Hey, because my pride was like, nah, I'm gonna figure this shit out on my own." You know what I mean? But I challenge you to do is go get in your circle and tell them and be transparent and say, "Hey, look, shit hard for me right now, but I'm not lazy. I'm willing to work.
Right.
Hell, I'm catching a bus every day. I'm willing to work.
Right.
Just point me in the direction where I can get off. You know what I mean?
For real, I
Man,
done
I
seen
went through
niggas.
that shit.
I done seen
I
niggas
went through
when I
that
was
shit.
Uber eating, mo. Them little scooters in DCs you pay.
They had the
Niggas
food on the
Uber
scooter.
eating
Uber
on
with
them
the scooter.
motherfuckers, man.
Right,
I'm
taking
hopping
they
out the
tips,
car
taking
delivery.
they
Them
tips.
niggas
I
is-
wouldn't have thought of that.
Taking their tips and buying them
niggas was
motherfucking
on the
scooter.
DC scooters, mo. I was like, oh shit.
Dog,
Because
Niggas
that
pulled up
way
with me.
you ain't got to worry about parking
They
and
got
shit
a
like
car
that.
nigga pulled up to the door,
Pulled
parked that
right
little
up.
the little kick scan. This motherfucker be a little kick scan.
What would you-
And here's one more thing,
I'm saying,
because we well over time, but
It's a little extendo.
It's a good
Extendo.
it's a good topic. The other thing I want to say is, you know, if you're using your credit to buy bullshit,
Now you bullshit.
now you bullshit. When you could be using your credit to start something,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
For me, I've always said, like, if I wanted to use my credit, I need to start something. Use your credit for something. If you're in a position, but your credit is decent, I don't know what everybody's credit is, but
Right.
if your credit is decent, you can start a detailing business. You can start something small and kind of
that
work,
kickstart
and
shit.
and sort of work your way up. There's ways to
Yep.
get money, especially now because banks are literally just tossing money at
for
people
real.
because they want you to borrow money. Because if you're not borrowing money, they're not making
not
no
making
money.
money.
So
Right.
they
Gotta
want you to
make
borrow
money.
the money. So think about this. Take some time and say, what am I good at? I know people who love cars. Well, facts, they love clean cars. I said, why you don't start a detailing business?
BB, shout out to Wellness B. Hey, we can't
Right, fuck it up.
Fried.
Fumble.
Daddy.
Fumble.
Fried Daddy.
detailing.
What is it?
It's wellness to be.
But now her business page, she just opened is We Care.
We Care?
We Care detailing. Yeah.
That's what
We
it's
can't
with
be
though, right?
With a K, WEKAR.
You know, Negroes got to switch a letter around.
because it'd be too many like Jones. You gotta switch it up on
And
that.
so all I'm saying is find what you're good at. And a lot of y'all motherfuckers are entertaining.
Nigga, what you
You're
good at?
entertaining. You're
Fuck a lot
very,
of
very
hood rats.
funny. And people want to know what your life is. I watch more YouTube than I watch actual television.
Right.
I watch daily vlogs of people. That's how I know this motherfucker. All he did was go in there and buy clothes at a Gucci store. That's all he did.
But I want to quickly interject with: don't expect that to change your money problems tomorrow,
Nothing's immediate.
Nah,
because that
listen,
shit.
and that's another problem.
Listen,
Everybody
you must be
put-
patient.
Your money
Rich-
problems
rich-
are going to be money problems forever. There is no.
Yeah, they be trying to get it
There
quick.
is no fix the money problems.
See, and-
Your richest person still got a money issue to some extent, whether you believe it or not.
Hey,
One of the richest people in the world has a money issue because they did it on credit.
Who making the most money in the black community? Is it fashion, hair? Is it technology? Is it weapons? Who you
Oh
think,
no, it's alcohol beverages. To be completely honest with
You
you,
think, and so
Time
you
we to
think
tap
and
in.
smoke and
past
smoking.
head? You think
No,
it's
it's media. It's media and entertainment.
media entertainment? And who's number two?
Well, sports is entertainment.
In the black community.
Probably tech. There are a lot more black people getting into the tech space now. They
So-
call themselves blurs.
Oh, you talking about getting into the where they making money?
Where they making a hell of money.
I thought he was saying
They're-
they were
they're-
making money off of
No,
us.
what industry? I mean, what far as industries go?
Are they making money or making money off of us?
Making money off.
Making
Yeah.
money off of us, or we're
Making
making
money off of us, or we're making money
No,
because of it.
generalize their ass because it's making money is making money, but what's more lucrative? Each industry, what industry is more lucrative?
Entertainment is always going to be the most lucrative.
You know what I'm saying?
Entertainment, fashion, media.
Then that shit trickle down. So you got fashion, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the hair, you know what I'm saying? Think about this. Think about how much black people spend on hair products,
Yeah.
Beauty.
putting on wigs.
But I think women are actually monetizing on that shit now because they getting their own, you know.
Yeah.
But still, that's still a small.
I know a
that's
ton
still
of women that got their own
majority,
beauty
That's
though.
still not.
Like
That's
that.
not though, because we
Yeah.
got.
But that's not the big. They not big boys. I'm thinking.
What I'm saying.
I'm thinking big boys.
But we saying if we got 100 women who all have a nail shop, an esthetician, a hair shop,
They would
or
be
whatever the case may
kinging,
be,
bro. They be
and they're
kinging
all
off that shit,
generating,
No,
they're all
the
generating,
market would be saturated.
they're all generating a $250,000 from their business annually. That's winning, right, for them said women with no education,
Yeah.
no degree.
$250,000.
They're thriving, right?
$250,000 a year puts you in the what 1%, 2%,
Yeah,
somewhere
so,
in there.
I mean, so
Now, what's stopping the majority of women from doing this?
A lot of them don't have to grind.
Again, it goes
grind,
back to the drive that I'm
they
saying.
got the,
It's-
they
That
got
shit's
the
a- that shit's a
grind.
grind.
They don't got the confidence. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the capital.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mal brings up a good point. Is that a lot of us in our community think that failure is
the end.
the end.
Failure is the first answer.
And I always say this: failure is actually the cheat code.
How do we treat failures in the black community?
You figured
though?
out the first way
You
not to do
figure
it.
out the first way not to do it.
It's the
So
first
you
answer.
know I'll never do that again.
Yeah,
because that didn't work.
Nobody want to be on the Summer Jam screen. It's real. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but think about people who failed. I mean, you take Oprah
Yeah, you
Francis,
got to be brave to take that on the.
but
you know,
you take
pause.
Oprah Francis. Oprah was told that she was too fat and too dark.
And look at her now.
Yeah.
She chose to take a Midwestern low rating job for
Got her
the show.
own network.
She has her own network.
Niggas paying her to be on TV.
Tyler Perry slept in his car.
And look where he at. Own studios.
He's worth $1 billion.
Straight up.
At some point in time, you have to get to the point where I don't give a fuck what y'all telling me.
Right.
This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And eventually people will get with it. And I think for us in this point in time and in this world now, you actually have a better opportunity because you have outlets like YouTube,
way more
Instagram, Twitter.
resources now.
Everything you saying is piggybacking on what I've been trying to say
Yeah.
in the sense of people don't believe in a fucking self. That's the problem.
Absolutely.
You need to be the
confidence.
first motherfucking customer. Whatever you selling, you got to be the motherfucker to believe in. I'm not buying your shit if you don't believe
You
in
don't
it.
buy it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's just simple as that. You got to be driven with your shit. You have to believe in yourself to the utmost. Everybody against you. If you need that for you to get further in life, do it. Believe in it. But we as a people don't believe in ourselves enough. We let the next man next to us say, I kind of don't like that. Boom, that shit out the way now. I'm not doing it no
now
more.
You trying to switch
Because he told me
up.
it wasn't,
yeah.
Who is he when I believe in this shit?
When your attitude should be, fuck you.
Right, I'm going to do this.
I'm a kid. You don't have to like it, but I'll
We're going to take a picture just like this.
Exactly.
Straight up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
the
other part of it is too, for a lot of this, it doesn't take a lot. I think a lot of black people think I need an overabundance of people to love my shit.
Nope.
No, you don't.
Nope.
You need 1,000 people to spend $100 each.
There you go.
That's it. That's all.
And that is a minute group of people when you consider that there's 300 million people in America.
Right.
And you need 1,000 to spend 100. You can do it.
In 365 days.
You can do it.
You can do that.
Absolutely, you can do it. We're going to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The other part of it is too, you have to stay positive. As hard as it may seem, it is easy to be negative. It is easy to quit. It is easy to give up and say, I can't do it. That's easy. It's harder to say, you know what? Today was a rough fucking day,
Right.
but I'm going to keep going.
Right.
Have you ever gone to go sell tipsy tea and it didn't go well?
Fuck yeah, I've been to plenty of poppers where I ain't make my
Nigga ain't go.
fee
Nigga
money
be like,
back.
man, fuck this. I ain't doing this shit tomorrow. I ain't waking up. No, you woke up and was like, I'm gonna get to it
I'm
tomorrow.
going to the next pop up. And a matter of fact, next time I'm gonna take my ass outside and get niggas on the street to come in, and I'm not gonna sit inside the pop up waiting for motherfuckers to walk in.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I had to look at it. Fuck that. I'm going to you at this point.
There's honest truth. I have managed money and I have lost people's money. That's a fact. I have lost people's money, but I know that I'm good at it. I know because I do it with my own money.
Right.
I can't be perfect all the time. I will not win every time.
Right.
It will not happen.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is I keep going. I will continue to go because I have a vision in my head of how I can help the people around me and my family and in the group and my friends. I know that I can get that done.
So-
we have to stay positive.
So we need to be more confident in our community.
Absolutely.
That's the general consensus.
Self-confidence.
But do you know why
Self-confident
though?
of-
You know why though?
Tell 'em, Trey.
Because every other fucking community bites our shit.
Yep. And get
Get paid off of it.
We the only inclusive community, honestly, bro.
Facts.
We the only hip hop is all inclusive. We can't go into like Bollywood culture like some regular ass niggas from DC doing fucking Indian bitches and all that shit. They gonna have a problem with that.
Snoop the only nigga get away with that shit.
Snoop is the only one to get away with it.
It's
But no,
Snoop.
but you're absolutely right.
We can't even go to Africa, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They bite off. You got
why I say
Africans
don't call me
going
African.
drill music and shit, bro.
Straight up.
That's American racism, homegrown pain right there,
There you
bro.
go.
You know what I'm saying? So for real, bro, you right. We can't eat off our own shit, and that's a part of the problem.
And that's a part of the problem. We got to change that. We have to start eating off our own
Niggas,
shit.
we had to be more on code with our shit because it ain't no code.
Yeah, and work with others who look like us.
Yeah.
Who want to be down with
Who
us?
want-
There's
exactly.
motherfuckers that look like us, and they don't understand what we actually went through here.
So
particular.
if you make it $31,000 a year or less, then the message that 4,100 Grant has for you is that not to give up whatever dream you may have. Keep working.
Absolutely.
You got talent. You got a talent or something. Son.
You're pounding that rock. Pause. But you are. You're pounding a rock, and eventually.
Pause. Hey, yeah.
But eventually you will break through.
The pause makes it worse, doesn't it?
It does. It does make it so much worse. Yeah. Stay with us. We got another topic.
Don't forget them lunch and ask questions. Dog.
We will.
Shoot.
We're gonna do lunch and ask questions
All this shit brought to you by.
and sponsored.
Oh, here's the tipsy tea.
He on his wrestling shit today.
Nah, he on my man from Family Guy. You sound like the old grandpa.
Herbert the pervert.
You sound like
Hey, that's my guy though.
Herbert the
Fat
pervert.
ass on over here.
He be all on Chris though. He be on Chris.
Bring your fat ass over here.
But that was Paul Bearer though.
I was like,
Wasn't
hey, Bird, you got any more of those tipsy teas?
that is.
it? Stay with us. It's 4,100 Grant.